YouTube was good. It's your boy Jody Joe. Welcome to Jody's Corner. This is going to be a movie review for The Platform. Thank you guys so very much for being here. Jody's Corner, jodyscorner.com. I appreciate you guys. So let's go ahead and talk about this movie. This is on Netflix right now. It's in the top 10, and I saw it a few days ago and I said, I just got to review this thing because this is a very unique film. And the best thing about this movie is its premise, its idea, its uniqueness. This film really hits the target as far as, especially in a time in 2020 where we live in a time of sequels and reboots and prequels of sequels and sequels of prequels of sequels of prequels. Originality is going the way of the dodo, it seems, but here in this film about prison-esque, like it's like a prison. Let's call it a prison that has many levels of many vertical levels, where each level above is more superior and more fortunate than the level below it. This is a huge type of classification type story. It really delves into how us as a society, how we look at each other in our regular everyday lives, and it's taken all of those biases and all of those preconceived notions and it's put it in a physical manifestation called The Platform. And each level has two people to it, and they have to live together for 1 month, and at the end of the month they reach a different level. It could be a level higher, it could be a level lower. What you want to do is you want to get to the highest level possible, because the higher you are, the better chance you have at survival. And I'm just going to leave it at that. This is spoiler free, by the way. So that's just the premise of what this movie is. But that's probably the most basic part of why this movie is good. It really digs into it's so. My curiosity was running rampant every 5-10 minutes that I watched this movie. I'm like, yo, what about this? What about that? And you have this main guy who kind of put himself into this position to try to get an advantageous position on his exit. He voluntarily joined the platform so he can get a degree on his way out. So usually criminals are sent here, but you can also go voluntarily. They don't tell you what this place is. You have to find out once you sign up. And by then, it's too late. So once you're in, Jack. So this guy says, 6 months and I'm about to be good, bro. I'm about to do my 6-month bid. It's going to be easy. About to get this doctorate. And he's in there with another man who has his own reasons for why he's in there. And even every time you change levels, you might get a new, more often you'll get a new cellmate, and you have these different adventures, and through the movie, it explores all 6 months of this character's life from the first month he enters until potentially his last month. And all these different stories and all these different rules and all these different situations. It continues to show you it shows you these scenes from Floor Zero that are fascinating. You're like, what the heck? Who comes up with this? Why is this like that? So many questions that this movie brings up. And there's still so many that it leaves on the table when you walk away, which is a huge negative in my opinion. But the positives shine really hard. The characters are great. There's a narrative, underlying narrative here about a woman trying to find someone. That's really great, and it ties into something special. There's over the topness. There's funniness. There's a scene that involves a black man and a rope. That's all I'm gonna say. I was laughing out loud. It wasn't supposed to be funny, but it's funny. It's so funny. So I'll just leave it at that. And there's so much going on here, but so little. It's such a simple film, but so much is going on because the idea, your mind is racing. What is this? What is that? What's the next level? What's this guy doing? It's so much new things introduced in this simple, basic structure. This is a film done right because it's simple. It's very easy to grasp. It doesn't go many places. It's very, very easy to understand and follow. And that's good for most moviegoers in 2020 because, let's keep it a buck, they have short attention spans. This is a film that pays off in a real good way for about 90% of the film. Now let's talk about negatives. And here's exactly why this film does not get an A for me. The ending is utter absolute garbage trash. And I don't like that. The idea was too great for this film's ending to ever live up to it. At least that's what I think the creators did, because he took the easy way out and bailed at the end. You know, really bring that thing home with how you feel about it. Really bring it home and show us that ending to really top off the film and really put it in that stratosphere with the upper echelon type of movies, especially for a Netflix film. So the platform's ending is utter garbage, and that brings it down a whole entire letter grade. I am not joking. That's how I feel about it, but I definitely recommend you guys check this movie out. And for that, I give the platform on Netflix a B. Could have been an A real easily, but that ending, such a cop out, just lazy to me. Pretentious as shit too. I believe it was just a cop out. But guys, I 100% say go see this movie and tell me what you guys think about it. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I'm Jody Joe, and I'm out this thing. Deuces.